Hey there, I'm the MadCatster. Am I glad to see you here? Well, Colleen Ballinger, amidst all of the turmoil and all of the accusations that have been flying around, well, her attorneys are doing some, or have done some weird stuff. And have you ever heard that expression? Sometimes it's the things you don't say that say the most. Well, we're going to talk about exactly what that means in this instance. So buckle up and let's go. So I'm here with Sybil the Enforcer, and Sybil says, please like and subscribe. She's purring away. Some of you may know, and I want to thank all of you who have sent me some really nice messages of sympathy. But last Thursday, the 13th of July, my cat, Sammy, she unexpectedly passed away. And so that's why I'm making this video. I'm forcing myself to make this video tonight because I need to snap out of it. But if you stay tuned to the end of the video, I will tell you Sammy's story. So Colleen Ballinger, well, we all know that Adam McIntyre was basically the catalyst to this whole situation now that's blown up. And, he had made some allegations against Colleen that he had receipts for, and some other people came forward and said the same thing. And she made that ridiculous apology with her ukulele about the toxic gossip train. After that apology came out, of course, everybody went crazy because it was the most ridiculous apology. It wasn't an apology. It was really making fun of the fact that people were expecting an apology. I don't know what her goal was, but it really backfired. Everybody was talking about the song. Well, Ethan Klein on the H3 podcast, they had, of course, covered it as well. Colleen Ballinger copyright claimed his video for using that song. And purportedly, she had uploaded it to iTunes and Apple Music. Ethan, of course, disputed the copyright claim because it's absolutely ridiculous. And here's the showing that he's disputed. And so somebody had tweeted out, and you can see it here. Pop Crave said, Colleen Ballinger's legal reps tell Pop Crave that Ballinger did not upload her 10-minute ukulele song Toxic Gossip Train to iTunes and Apple Music. The song, which was attached to her official profile, has now been removed. And in response, Ethan said, can you please tell her legal reps that she still has our podcast claimed? XOXO. And so after the song was removed, I'm guessing that Ethan's interpretation was that means that she's not copywriting the song or she's not selling the song. But, just to be clear, in my opinion, Ethan didn't use that song improperly or violate her copyright, whatever it might be, at all. This is where it gets even weirder, right? So Ethan gets this tweet from this fan account that's called Ethan's Basement, and he says, or they say, hey, at H3 Podcast, Colleen's lawyer thinks I'm you and sent me a cease and desist email. Cease and desist is usually in written form, like a formal letter. Okay, but that's beside the point. Asking for Mr. Klein, what should I tell them? Cheers, my dudes, love you. And so Ethan had initially responded, I'm assuming this is fake until I see it. I can't imagine her lawyers would be dumb enough to send it to a fan channel, but if it's real, let's go. So Ethan then later tweeted out that it's real. So he confirmed that it was actually real, that the attorneys for Colleen Ballinger sent this cease and desist to this random account called Ethan's Basement. It's like, if you did any kind of just the most basic research, you would know that H3 Productions and H3 Podcast and Ethan Klein all have verified accounts and are quite easy to find. How they ended up sending it to this person and sending it as an email, which I find very strange. I don't know what kind of a legal team she's got that's doing this, but it gets even better. So here's a short clip from Ethan talking about this on the podcast, and we're going to talk about what he points out and which I also find to be really strange. Listen to this.
I was done talking about Colleen. And now here we are once again with another thumbnail, another title. And you guys can't even blame me, right? This is pretty juicy. So this all started when Ethan's Basement, which is a fan channel, made a tweet or something, because I had not received this letter. I'll go as far. We checked all of my emails. We received it last night at 8:30. Correct. So before then, her brilliant lawyer had sent this cease and desist to Ethan's Basement. Not the public email address I have for work that I check regularly. Not my main email that I check associated with my YouTube account. No, Ethan's Basement. Okay. So my first reaction when I saw this was like, man, there's no way. So this first started, I tweeted it about it. I said, I'm assuming this is fake until I see it. because I can't imagine her lawyers would be dumb enough to send it to a fan channel. But if it's real, let's go. So first thing, I wake up, I check the updates, and sure enough, it's real as a... What I find interesting first about this, I blurred out the lawyer's email, but apparently her lawyer is...
It's a big entertainment lawyer.
Yeah, the thrust of the letter is they want us to clarify that she did not upload and claim the music. What I find compelling about this is that they don't care about all the other stuff.
Right.
It's just the CD Baby shit. That was too far.
So the glaring thing missing here or omitted here, and this is what I was alluding to when I said sometimes the things you don't say the most or speak the loudest. They sent him a cease and desist because he was saying that she uploaded the song to iTunes and to Apple Music. And they're saying they want him to clarify that she didn't do that. Meanwhile, she's copyright claimed Ethan's video. But what they don't say is they want him to retract anything he said about the allegations. So the thing they're worried about is that people might think that she uploaded this song, this lame apology, to iTunes. They're not concerned about the fact that all of these people have come forward with all this damning stuff. I just find that incredibly bizarre. It's like almost, in my opinion now, it's almost like they're purposely not mentioning it because maybe there's some guilt there. I don't know, but in my opinion, that's what it kind of looks like. The fact that they're not saying to people cease and desist talking about this, or cease and desist spreading these lies, or cease and desist whatever, they're not saying that especially to Ethan, who's obviously a big presence. They're more concerned about stop saying that she uploaded that stupid song. I don't know, maybe there's more cease and desist letters to come. Tell me what you think down below. Do you think that this is kind of a strange thing? Not only is it strange that they send this email cease and desist to this clearly not Ethan Klein Twitter account, but the fact that they only are concerned and only want him to stop saying that she's uploaded this song to iTunes. Do you think it's strange? I think it's strange. Now, those of you who have stuck out to this point, if you want to hear about my cat Sammy, who passed away last week, I'm going to tell you right now a little bit about her story. So I ran what I was going to say about Sammy through my head. I was at court this morning. I had to get up really early. Hopefully you don't see the bags under my eyes or the dark circles because I'm exhausted. I really am. But like I said, I forced myself to make this video because I've just been in a real funk since Sammy died. So Sammy was a feral cat, and for those of you who don't know what that term means, it's basically a cat that is basically homeless and in the wild. Sammy ended up getting brought to a shelter, and it was a no-kill shelter, and it wasn't one of, I got a bunch of cats I've told you guys from the New York City euthanization list, but Sammy wasn't one of those. Sammy was safe. Sammy was never going to be put to sleep. And I'll put a picture up here. She was a really unique looking cat. She's a calico. You can see all the different colors, but her face was really interesting. And I never could exactly decide whether I thought she was pretty or weird looking, but I grew to love her so much. I had her for like 11 years, I think. She was already firmly an adult when I got her. And, all right, this is the part that I'm going to struggle with trying not to cry. 2 weeks ago, I was making a video, and I was going to put Sammy in the video and tell Sammy's story. And God, I wish I had. Because now I never can. But I wasn't expecting this to happen. I came home. I was in court last Thursday. I was in court all day. I didn't get home until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And Sammy likes to lay in the dining room under a sideboard in the dining room because there's an air conditioning vent. Sammy was in the habit of lying under this sideboard, and she was very much a loner. Like, she would like to be sort of near the other cats, and sometimes she'd gotten to the point, because when I first got her, she was a little, let's just say a little aggressive. But she'd gotten to the point where she sometimes would come upstairs and crawl into bed with me. And she wouldn't stay the whole night, but she'd stay like for half an hour at a time. And just, it was really sweet because, you know, I knew she loved me. And so she would lay under this sideboard, and the air conditioning was close by, and I made like a breeze, and she like for some reason wanted to be cool. I don't know why, but she seemed fine. You know, that morning before I left for court, I fed them all. She ate. She was always very vocal. The only time she ever made a noise was when it was time to eat, and she would come and stand up on her hind legs, even, you know, up till just before the end. So that morning, you know, she came. She was excited to eat. No problem. I came home. She was, instead of laying under the furniture, she was laying actually on the floor, and didn't look like anything was wrong. And I actually made her a dish of wet food without letting the other cats know, because, you know, she's got such a voracious appetite, and I know she had lost a little bit of weight, you know, because she was really old. I knew she was getting to the end of her life, and she ate the food. I gave her some fresh water. She drank the water, but then a little while later, I came to check on her, and I noticed that like her paws were filthy, and I don't know whether she peed on herself when she was in the box or something, and just got all dirty. Very unlike her, because she's very fastidious. And then I noticed her eyes looked a little sort of crusty and sort of weird. And then she wasn't standing up. So I immediately called my vet. And I've told you guys this before, my vet is great. And they were like, bring her right in. So immediately I got the carrier and put her in it. And off we went to the vet. And I was, you know, thinking to myself, well, you know, she hasn't seemed like anything was really wrong. So, you know, maybe she's dehydrated, although she's been drinking lots of water. You know, hopefully they can give her some fluids, you know, whatever. And by the time we got to the vet, she wasn't even sitting up anymore. And my doctor, who a lot of times I will argue with him because there had been a lot of times when he was wrong. And I actually ended up saving the life of my cats because I pushed the issue. But he said her temperature is low, and that is an indication that her organs are shutting down, and it's the end. And of course, wouldn't you know, he walks out of the room because I said, okay, you know, I'm not going to put her through, you know, unnecessary torment. So he left the room to get his stuff. And when he left the room, she got up all of a sudden and walked across the floor and laid down like normal with her head up. And I was like, what the hell? So I said, Doc, come here. And I said, look, she just got up and walked. And he said, I know, but trust me, this cat is not going to make it through the night. And so I resigned myself to the fact that I had to let her go. And of course I held her while they did it and talked to her for a little while before he came in, so I could say my goodbyes. But so she's gone. She was a great, quiet cat, never a trouble, didn't get in anybody's way. Very much one of the easiest cats. And of course, it's always the ones that are I always say it's always the good ones that go. You know, the ones that are a pain in the ass live forever. But so she was a great cat. She was a great cat, and that's all I can say about Sammy. I will never forget her. I'm just kind of numb because I didn't expect this to happen like that and so quickly. Where, I mean, I didn't even have time to get adjusted to the idea, you know, and that's the worst. You know, like when some of my cats go, it just really, you know, I cry a lot afterwards. And with Sammy, you know, I think it's because I knew she was coming to the end. Like Amelie, God bless her. She's about the same age, and I've been expecting her, you know, to go. And I'm amazed because there's nothing wrong with her at all, you know. And she still comes up at night, is senile as she is, she will make her way upstairs and jump up on the bed and curl up with me every single night. So I have an appointment on Friday. I'm taking her for blood work because I'm like paranoid. It's like I want to make sure she's, there's nothing that needs medical intervention with her, even though I know she's at the end of her life. I just don't want to, I want to obviously keep her healthy as long as possible because frankly, I really don't want to deal with another one of them going right now. There's been a few in the last couple of years, and I'm just like, it's like it makes you start thinking about mortality and how quickly things change, and how you have to, and God forbid, Sybil, she's 15 now, and I just keep thinking, oh my God, that's the one that's going to kill me. So, knock on wood, she seems to be very healthy, and I take her to the vet a lot, as you know, because of her mouth. So she's always getting looked at. Thanks for listening to my rambling. It was a shock, and it's affected my whole week. Has been just crap because of it. I've been working a lot, so I don't really have time to dwell on it. But I have 2 videos that I had already done the research for, this being one of them, and I just couldn't make the videos because I just felt paralyzed. You know what I mean? It's like there just was this cloud, and I was like, oh, I can't be energetic on video when I'm feeling like this. But today I said, you got to do it. You got to make this one, and then I'm going to make the other one on Friday. But I just have to, push through it. With your support, I appreciate it. It helps a lot more than you know. And I want to thank all of our Patreon patrons and all of our channel members whose monthly support I greatly appreciate. It helps me be able to take these guys as often as they need to go. And you don't know how much that means to me. But I've got another video coming. I know it's about the Ace family, and I see you rolling your eyes, but we have to talk about the follow-up on one of the videos I made recently. So that's the other one. I've got all the research and all the stuff ready to go. So Friday I'll be making that video. But in the interim, you guys take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one.
Pretty please. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell. I get a treat for every new sub. Thank you.